Nova, and today I'm here with Karli. My very first question is: everyone has a fandom or comic or something that got them involved in being like a nerd or geek. So what would be
Zombies.
So what was it that got you into like this crazy fandom? How did you get started?
Zombies was the thing that got me into everything. I'm a huge George Romero fan. He actually is here this weekend, and I got to meet him yesterday, which was very exciting. So I started with Night of the Living Dead and every other movie that he has. So Diary of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead. Been a huge fan, and then started reading the Walking Dead comics. Got into comic books, and then that kind of just opened up a whole new world, and then the con world, and then the cosplay world.
Okay, my next question was going to be: how did you get into cosplay?
Yeah, so it started with that. I started my show Geek and Gorgeous, which is my blog, and then I started doing con coverage, celebrity interviews, cosplay interviews, and found out about this world about 4 years ago with cosplay, and just started cosplaying full time like last year.
Okay. And now, who are you cosplaying today as, and what was your inspiration behind it?
So I'm Harley Quinn, and my inspiration was I tried to do as close to the costume as I could. I really like to put my own spin on things. My R2-D2 costume is, a big tool, big skirt of tulle. It's like 26 yards. So then when I did this one, I was like, oh, you know what? I want to try to do a costume as close as possible.
Now, I'm sure you have a list of like cosplays you've done, but what are some, like, if you would name me like maybe 5 costumes you've done that like people know of, what would be some you'd name?
So I've done my Edward Scissorhands, my TARDIS, R2-D2 or R2-2-2, Harley Quinn. I've done Katana, Black Canary. Where's my posters? What else have I done? Zelma is really popular. Yeah, so there's lots.
Now, out of the costumes you've done, most people would have a favorite, but then there's also one that's challenging. So what would you list as favorite? And then the one that was the most challenging for you.
My favorite costume to wear is probably R2-D2. But again, it's like asking someone to pick their favorite child. It's so hard. I wear costumes with how I feel and that day. And if you want to be a villain, or if you want to be a princess, or if you want to feel sexy, there's different emotions. But my most difficult costume would probably be Edward Scissorhands. The harness was really difficult. And what else was really difficult? I think like the Harley Quinn costume was easy, but it was just very time consuming with all the little tedious things that had to be done. But
now, how do you go about creating your cosplays? Because there's like buying, commission, sewing, making. Like, how do you plan out a cosplay?
Yeah, so I make all of my costumes. I first pick a character that I want to do, and then I draw out an idea of what I'm going to do, and then I go through all my materials at my house, see if there's pieces that I can use from other costumes or old pieces of clothing, if I have old fabrics, and then I go to the store, buy pieces that I don't have, and then I start sewing.
Now, you probably won some awards. So what's some like awards you've won?
I haven't won any awards.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Have you done any judging of any competition?
No contest judging either.
Would you ever consider like judging a competition? Or?
Yeah, of course I would.
Now, in terms of like something like that, as a cosplayer who's been doing it for a while, what are some like things you would suggest to people who want to cosplay but aren't sure about it?
Everyone asks me that question, and I always say just do it. It's fun. Anybody can do it. There's no age. There's no anything. Anyone can cosplay. It's about feeling amazing. So I say just do it. If you really want some suggestions, I would take a sewing class. Even if you just take an hour with somebody, just learning how to do a hem properly and learning what a seam allowance is, it makes such a difference.
So what exactly would you say cosplay means to you? Like if you were to define in your words what cosplay is?
Cosplay is about feeling great and coming out of reality into a different world and being someone that you can't be every single day.
Yeah, and there's a lot of a lot of good things, but there's also some disadvantages. So what would you say is like the good thing, and then like the downside?
The downside of cosplay is the misconceptions of cosplay. A lot of people don't understand the hard work that actually goes into it, and that is a small business for professional cosplayers. And we do travel a lot, and we have our websites to maintain. So for media, print, merchandise, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So that's what I really want to do is just try to open up the world to people, and then making them realize that there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes.
Okay. So you've gone to a lot of like conventions, a lot of conventions. So if there was one convention that you absolutely had to go to in a heartbeat, where would that be, and what costume would you bring to it?
I really like the Fan Expo shows. I am from Canada. I'm from Toronto. So this show does hold a place in my heart because it was my first show that I ever got to go to. And I would probably do my R2D2 costume. It's really fun to spin in, and all the kids like it. So
Nice. Now, as a cosplayer, like a lot of people look to you, but you also have people you look up to. So have you ever had like a memorable experience where it was like a fellow cosplayer said something to you, or a guest said something to you that stuck with you?
Leanna Vamp, actually, who I'm sitting beside today, she's been to almost all of the same cons that I've gone to, and she's been an inspiration. She's super friendly, she's amazing, she's beautiful, so she's just, been really helpful along my journey.
And I think my final question would be, if people wanted to know more about your work, where would they go to find it?
They can check it out at geekandgorgeous.com, which is my YouTube channel and my blog, or you can check out my Instagram or Facebook at It's Karli Woods.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.